Good evening, I'm Christina Chernesky. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. Also on the program tonight, the authors of the Saskatchewan Trivia Challenge, Robin and Arlene Carpin, will join me in studio. We'll have a chance to test your knowledge of Saskatchewan history. That's coming up later in the program. But first, the film industry in Saskatchewan, to state the obvious, is exploding. 8 full-length feature movies are being shot right here in the province this year. One has already completed shooting. The second began a 20-day schedule in Saskatoon on Tuesday. So what does that mean to you, and what does it mean for Saskatoon? Anthony Towstego has been a mainstay in the film industry in the city, and he joins me tonight to talk about what all this activity will mean. Thanks for joining us, Tony.
Thank you, Christine.
So you're doing very well. I mean, Murder Scene, that's the one that got underway today?
That's correct. We started the first shot today at 1 p.m.
Good feeling?
Very good feelings. We're on a great location, the university campus, and it's been a campus I've wanted to see on the big screen for a long time, so now we'll have our chance.
Now you do have your chance. Now, definitely, when you do any sort of film in Saskatchewan, and I've been to a few location shots in Regina, for example, when that was hot a few years ago, it just captures everybody's attention, doesn't it?
It's exciting. It's an exciting time for Saskatoon in the industry, and I certainly would not begin to take credit for having a lot to do with it. It's been really a strike force of a lot of people. And there's many other producers in the city that have worked hard and diligently to build this industry. And it's really exciting to sort of see all that come to fruition.
Well, why Saskatchewan, and why specifically Saskatoon? Why, it seems in the last, dare I say, 5 years, that we've seen a lot of activity in the film industry here?
Well, we've got a lot going for us. It's the diversity of the landscape. Being in Canada, in the northern area, particularly north, there's scenes that nobody in the world has ever seen before. So, and the Americans, particularly in Los Angeles, are interested in what we have to offer here, in that we've got great crews, we've got people who work hard, and really great things to show the world. So
you go to Los Angeles with a briefcase filled with ideas, right? And do some pitching when you get to
Yeah, it's interesting. There's a market down there, and there's a group of us from Saskatoon that sort of regularly go down to Los Angeles, and what we do is pitch our goods, and we tell them what we can do up here, and usually it's the other way around. We find there's producers or distributors that are pitching us with ideas and want to work with us. So it's always kind of interesting how that turns out.
But again, if we were talking to you, let's say 10 years ago, we wouldn't be doing any of this. We wouldn't. No. It took somebody to break the ground. Yeah,
it's coming of age, and I think the Saskatchewan Motion Picture Association, which was formed in the late 80s, was sort of instrumental to being a catalyst in the industry. It's a 400-member organization now, and so it's sort of been a unified endeavor. And through that, we were able to get SaskFilm, Saskatchewan Communications Network, and that was critical to producers because it became a trigger for producers like myself to get their programs on the air.
So when you decided to become a producer, what happened? Honestly, Tony, are you suddenly one day a banker, then you're a film producer?
No, I came and volunteered at the station. It was Telecable 10. That was it.
See, there's hope for everybody then, right?
I got the taste, and that was an industry I realized I wanted to stay and work in.
Well, it's pretty vibrant. I've got quite a few friends that work in the industry, and they won't leave.
Yeah. No, you're always learning. You're always in a different space. It's exciting. And for today, I'm really pleased because the feature that we've started this week, there's 35 local Saskatoon crew training and learning on the film. They're being mentored by people who have worked in the film industry for some time. And that's the part where I hope that these people can see that there's an opportunity to build a career and to go forward.
Yes. So it seemed as though for quite some time, Tony, that Regina was the place, and if you wanted to work in the film industry but stay in the province, you had to go down to Regina.
Right.
So now you're trying to spread that a little bit throughout the province.
Yeah, this is where I give Mind's Eyes Pictures a lot of credit. This initiative, what we're doing, these 8 films. The Murder Scene is the second of the 8. Was designed to sort of give things a kickstart. And we went a couple years without a lot of film activity, and with Mind's Eyes Pictures and Kevin DeWald as executive producer, he's given me the opportunity to work with him in association with my company, To Make Entertainment, to produce these films with him and to learn as well as a producer. You're always learning. There's always something different. And really super news is I think we have an unprecedented situation here starting next week in Saskatoon. Edge Entertainment will be also filming a feature film starting on Monday. So we're going to have 2 feature films simultaneous in Saskatoon at one time. It's amazing. It's never happened before.
No, it hasn't.
No.
I mean, what do you think this is? Vancouver? California?
It's really exciting. It's really great to see.
It is. Now, you were mentioning before that Murder Scene is the second of 8 productions.
Yes.
And recently you were just up in Waskesiu, is that right?
Yeah.
And we've got some pictures.
Yeah.
I like pictures. We've got some pictures of, there we go, of that shoot up in Waskesiu. Oh, my goodness, somebody killed a bear.
Oh, the bear is very much alive. He's like a little puppy dog.
I had to say that just for fun. That was, what was the bear's name again?
Proud.
Proud, right.
All the way from Vancouver.
And so that was part of the shoot for the first film. What was the name of that again?
Riding a trained bear. It was originally entitled Lucky Shot, but it was the title's been changed with the distributor to Without Malice.
Okay, and here's another shot of the set, and that's at
Elk Ridge.
Elk Ridge.
And they were great. Actually, the Northern Parks people were incredible. And
that's the golf course, isn't it?
That's the golf course. And,
oh, no kidding.
Yeah, we had a major scene there where a helicopter landed and took off, and yeah, it was really exciting. I tell you, it was just a beautiful place to film a movie.
Okay.
I've always wanted to do a movie there.
A couple more shots here, just to show us the intimacy of things like this. I mean, this is an actual live person.
That's Craig Sheffer. He's one of the actors from Los Angeles, and he didn't want to leave. He loved it here.
And he's from L.A., and he's standing in the middle of the snow.
Oh, he loved it.
He did.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah.
And here's another one of these action shots.
Yeah, that's Jennifer Beals and her husband. She did the movie Flashdance in the early 80s. And
look at all those liquor bottles. Oh, no, I'm sorry.
No, we're drinking water.
Just giving you guys a hard
No drinking
time.
on the set.
Well, no, you always hear about movies, you know, how rowdy they are and how crazy things. Not in Saskatchewan. No. Okay, here we go. There's an actual, my finger.
That's in the basement of the Lakeview Hotel where we're shooting a scene. So just to let you know how we adapt to our environment. It was a pretty major scene down there. So Rob King directed that feature, and he's directing this one as well.
Wonderful.
And, he's great with his people. He's a fine director.
You know, you've got to have a real sense of accomplishment to be able to bring this. And I'm not just talking about the film industry, but to bring all of the components, the crew, the equipment, the actors, the money, the support, the community, to Saskatchewan and actually pull this stuff off.
Well, it's a monumental lot of work, and I think a lot of people in the public, you know, not being involved in the industry, maybe aren't aware, but you know, really to prep a movie and to get it to the day like today where we started shooting is a pretty monumental task. And you've got you know, a great deal of people working in pre-production prior to even shooting. Your art department, you have locations, you have wardrobe, and all those things come together in the end, and it's a catalyst of people who bring up a good show.
Tony Towstego is with me tonight on Live Now. He is, of course, the brainchild behind, or one of the brains behind Tomega Entertainment, and also responsible, or at least partially responsible, as it were, because this was a community effort, for the 8 motion pictures that will be shot in and around Saskatoon and Saskatchewan.
That's right, and this is the second. Now,
you've also got a few things under your belt, and I'd like to hold these up too, and when we get a chance, we'll get that on camera too, because this is just not the start for you. I mean, you've been in this industry now for what's deemed a good long time.
Just about 20 years.
Just about 20 years. Now, that's Crisis. That was your first, right?
Yeah, that was 1996. It was the first feature film shot primarily by a Saskatoon company. And we used Saskatoon as doubled as New York, actually.
Yeah, you got to like that when you can make Saskatoon look like New York, like with our one tall building, right? Now, what's this? This is Ground Zero.
Ground Zero was a project I was very passionate about global warming, and we were very fortunate to acquire Richard Chamberlain's assistance on that one, and it deals with the environment and projects I'm very passionate about, documentaries.
Is it difficult to enlist the support of some of the bigger names?
Oh, absolutely. Yes, it is. It's a huge job. There's a lot of due diligence that takes place on the actor's part and their agent's part to see if the company and the industry is viable where they're working.
Yeah, I guess, you know, you can't pull the wool over somebody's eyes. Now,
no.
What's this one?
3 one-hour documentaries we did about people overcoming illnesses and having the courage to fight back. And again, 3 docs that I was very passionate about that actually aired on the Vision Network. And
this is something that we can look forward to, is that right?
Yeah. This is a project I'm directing this summer. It's called Canada Remembers 2000. We're working in conjunction with Saskatchewan Place, and we're going to be documenting there's a war veterans tribute during their air show this summer, August 18th, 19th, and 20th. And they're going to have a tribute to our war veterans, and we want to document that.
Amazing. So there's really no grass growing underneath your feet, is there? Because if we've got, well, if we've got the 8 motion pictures happening, and by the way, how long will that take?
We thought that it would be a 2-year process, and I'm hoping that other producers in Saskatoon get the opportunity to work with Mind's Eyes Pictures on these as well. That's the whole point, is to spread the experience and get everybody else working on it too.
And again, now the city of Saskatoon has the film liaison office.
Yes,
right?
That was a great announcement for us this year.
And tell us about that, because it's entitled "Take Your Best Shot," and it's actually, if I'll just hold this up as well, it's actually a pamphlet or a brochure for potential films to be shot in Saskatoon?
That's right. The idea with that is it's a support tool for us as producers when we go to Los Angeles or different film markets. But at the same time, the city is promoting Saskatoon as a potential location. And I got to tell you, there's been an awful lot of producers from outside of this country scouting around Saskatoon in the last 2 months, checking out the locations, looking at the viability of shooting here. And with the city's help, we're able to show that it's a film-friendly city, and that's incredibly important. And
I guess all it takes is having a couple of successful productions in this city underneath your belt.
Yeah, well, it helps for all of us producers. And the thing that people have to realize is that everybody benefits. We need accommodations. We got to put people up in hotels. We need to hire locations. We need vehicles. So it's a widespread business where money's brought in from the outside, and the economics are used within.
And what about the local actors too? Do they get a chance to?
We have a great, vibrant acting community here. Just tremendous experience and performers. And on Murder Scene, we're able to use, I think 5 or 6 of the cast are from Saskatoon.
Any names that you can rattle off?
Oh yeah, Blaine Hart, Kent Allen is on, Tibor. So we have quite a few people involved in the project and locally. And even tonight, we're shooting a scene on the campus where there's 75 extras from Saskatoon.
No kidding.
In one of the dorm scenes.
Okay, I'll be there right after the show.
That's the thing, tonight. We could be shooting late tonight.
Oh, you're trying to dissuade me from going there. Well, it's like one success story after the other, and I don't want to put a cloud over this, but there's been a few stumbling blocks along the way. And there's been the trouble with finances, and there's just been the whole business of trust and the completion of projects and such. But we're past that, or at least we're on a smoother road now?
Well, we've been able to have the provincial government as a partner from the point of view that we have a labor tax credit, which comes in as a very crucial part of our financing, and it helps tremendously. And I got some numbers here, like our production volume is 98. In the province-wide reached 58 million. This is an interesting statistic. There's the average income of provincial production companies is between $150,000 and $15 million. There's about 42 production companies in the province. And so, I mean, there's tremendous things going on. The industry's booming, and our volumes in 2000 are set to reach over 90 million.
Well, Tony Towstego of Tomega Entertainment, all I can say is way to go. It's exciting. I mean, I know that there's a lot to do and a lot of work to see, but when you see those big trucks parked around the city, you know that there's good excitement going on.
Well, we have some exterior shots going on around the city in the next few weeks, so public wants to watch.
Oh, we'll be there.
We'll be out there.
Oh, we'll be there.
There's a chase scene.
Yeah, waving. Oh, good. Well, we won't get into that because that brings up some bad memories for people. In the meantime, Tony Towstego of Tomega Entertainment. Thanks for this.
Christine.
We'll have you back on the program.
Great.
Just having fun with that. Well, as we